Alright guys, before the video begins, I just want to say, alright, cut that out. I know a lot of people got on me because I've been using that intro for a long time. If you didn't know, this is a moderately new channel, but still newer than my last channel. Nevertheless, if you're not subscribed, remember to subscribe to the channel, press the bell next to it so you get a notification every time I drop a new video. And, in the words of my grandpa,
subscribe, bitch!
Yeah. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
What the hell is even that?
What are you doing? Nice.
What's up everybody? Finally, the Demetrius ones have released. Oh really, look up his name. Ja Morant's real name is Demetrius.
As a gangster, his real name
Demetrius. Not gonna lie, there was a stretch where it seemed like Nike were never going to release these. And the reason being, if you've been living under a rock, had something to do with weapons, exotic dancers, fights with little kids, threatening people. But of course, it's all about how the shoes perform on the court. Let's get into the review. Starting off with the looks and the initial thoughts. Colorway is cool. It's called the Day Ones, which pays homage to Ja's roots and his inner circle. By the way, if his inner circle is the same people that threatened the Indiana Pacers family members, then he might need a new inner circle. But then again, we wouldn't have this fire colorway. And at least nobody got hurt. Can't say the same for the kid who played pickup with Ja Morant. But looking past the cool details of this shoe, I really like the silhouette. It's a very square looking shoe. Now normally you see on a lot of basketball shoes, like former Nike athlete and fellow controversial athlete Kyrie Irving, his shoes were more rounded, but the Ja's are more square in the midsole, so I was interested to see how they would feel on the court. Now I will say it felt rounded in the forefoot when pushing off, but more on that in the next section. Looks and thoughts rating of the Ja ones is an 8 out of 10. Now I usually say looks rating is based off if I would wear these shoes outside of basketball. And honestly, I would. I could see myself doing that. I think honestly it has a lot to do with the shoes being square and not rounded, but I could see people wearing these doing everyday things. Grittying, shooting shots, on the court and in DMs, going to the strip club, beating up younger kids when you lose in pickup. Really an all-purpose shoe. Damn, this dude Ja Morant gonna beat my ass. Moving on to the size and the comfort. They fit true to size, and unlike the Tatums that just released, these definitely fit more snug, and in the forefoot you definitely have more room, but there is a forefoot strap that helps keep your heel and ankle stable, especially with the raised foam collar for added ankle support. Like I said, the forefoot is wider, which I love in basketball shoes. Like I like when there's more room, but if it's snug in the upper part of the foot, but then wider in the forefoot, I like that. The Zoom Air unit in the forefoot honestly feels great. It's rounded in this area, so it definitely helps you push off. These are definitely lightweight and breathable. You definitely feel bouncy in these with a great low to the ground feel. So while the shoes look square, I thought it was gonna be more on the stiff side and it was gonna be hard to, you know, make cuts and turns in the shoe. That was not the case. Rating 10 out of 10. Probably the best comfort out of all the sneakers to be released so far this year. And very rarely shoes released that make you feel like you're actually playing like the signature athlete of that shoe. I said it in the Kyrie 4s, wearing those for the first time, I felt like I could do Kyrie things. I could dribble like Kyrie. I had the same layup package as Kyrie. Even though I didn't, I could feel like I could. But for some reason, you have more pep in your step. You feel like you can explode in the shoes and your handles for some reason get tighter. But the Ja ones are definitely one of those shoes. I'm not gonna say you're explosive like Ja and like dunking and stuff, but you feel like you could. And at the end of the day, confidence takes you a long way. Moving on to the traction, now it's a multi-directional traction pattern on a rubber outsole. Now not just any rubber outsole, it is extra durable because the shoes were made for outdoors. And honestly, it does feel that way. It's a little bit more rough around the edges, but in the end, that's a good thing because you don't slip. Honestly, I think more shoes should take this route by making the shoes outsoles meant for outdoors. If the traction feels like this and is more durable, I will say that the shoes pick up a lot of dust. Because the material is definitely more hardcore, the dust did not affect the traction as much as you would think, or as much as you would see on other shoes. Traction rating 9.5 out of 10.
Okay. Yarp.
Moving on to the materials and the technology of the Ja ones. The shoes are comprised of lightweight and breathable materials all around the upper. As you can see, there's a lot of perforated holes everywhere. As previously stated, extra durable rubber outsole. 4-foot strap for better lockdown. It's not really a strap, it's kind of like the wings you saw in the PG2s. Raised foam collar for ankle support. And of course, what we see in every Nike basketball shoe is the Zoom Air unit. In this case, it's in the 4-foot. And honestly, it's just really prominent in this shoe. You can really feel it. When it comes to that extra bounce in that first step, it's probably one of the best I've played in. Everything in this shoe and about this shoe was just simple, but I don't know what they did to it. It just feels like the perfect basketball shoe to me. Materials rating of the Ja ones, 10 out of 10. I'm giving Ja's shoes a high rating, so please don't beat me up for all the jokes earlier in the video. Moving on to the support and lockdown. While the upper is lightweight and breathable, it's actually really durable. It's stiff on the sides and the bottom support is great. Lockdown is also good in the shoe as your foot is locked in there. Rating 9 out of 10. Moving on to the price and the value of the Ja ones. These are $110. I'm gonna keep it simple and straight, easily worth it for the best basketball shoe out right now. Overall, these Ja rules. But where would I be without my baby? Like I said, the best basketball shoe out right now, period, as the kids say. For the price and overall, dare I say, the perfect hoop shoe. Even though it's shaped more like a skate shoe, it kind of looks like an SB. Like I haven't adamantly felt this way about a basketball sneaker since the Kyrie 4s. If that's the case, Nike gotta make more shoes for controversial dudes. Dylan Brooks next. Overall rating of the Ja ones is a 9.3 out of 10. I forgot to sniff these shoes. Alright guys, that concludes the review of the Ja ones. Let me know what you think of the shoes in the comments below. Watch my other videos in the playlist up there and down there. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Positive note of the day, even if you suck at something, it's important to have confidence because it'll take you a long way. I mean, just look at Dylan Brooks. He is probably the worst player in the NBA, but he gets minutes somehow. I don't know, man. Alright, yo. Peace.